Well, it's the morning of August 15th, and yes, I have on a Christmas shirt. I just pulled from a stack of, t-shirts that I put on for work around the house or for PJ shirts. But anyway, today is the anniversary of the second year of the passing of our dear Nessa, our Nessa the Princessa. Here she is, my beautiful baby. So, with that being said, we got some exciting news on a happier note. It was like late, I don't know, it was after 9 o'clock, and I was just sitting in bed watching TV with Mr. Bryn. He is our other shorty Jack Russell Terrier. And I don't know, something just told me to go online and just, look at rescues. And so our Miss Mika Moo, which is here, she passed away on December 11th, this past December. So 8 months ago. So, on and off over time, I had been thinking about rescuing another dog, but, I'd briefly think about it and then be like, no. So in any case, something told me to just open my phone and look at rescues. And there are a couple of rescues in the area, one in particular where we had got Miss Moo from back in 2015. When we got her, she was already 7 years old. And so she lived to be almost 15. She was 14 and a half. So, I looked at the rescue where we got Miss Moo from, and there was no animal that, they're all beautiful and I love them all, but, larger dogs, things that just wouldn't work in our situation. And so I decided to look up Shih Tzu rescues near me. And so the first thing that came up were a bunch in Florida, but they talked about transporting dogs to New York State. So I looked at some of the dogs there, and then all of a sudden this dog photo popped up, and the dog's eyes just spoke to me. And this rescue was, I don't know, under an hour from where I am. So I went to their website, and they had 8 dogs and 2 cats on it. And this particular dog that I was looking at was on the site. And so, I was reading about her and the other dogs, and it talked about when they came to the area in a couple of weeks. So I was like, the dogs aren't local. Now I know Miss Moo had come from a bad Amish breeding situation in Ohio. So I actually, Bill was in the other room, so I texted him the picture of this particular an adult dog. And he was like, you should put in an application for your birthday. And I was like, I don't know. So in any case, morning, I put the application in. And it was a very long process, long application. I had to stop a couple of times and go off and do some things and get back to it. Well, that afternoon, the rescue emailed me back and wanted to set up a phone appointment with me. So I put the application in on Tuesday. That afternoon, they emailed me back and wanted to set up a phone appointment with me for Wednesday. So Wednesday late morning. So that happened yesterday. And by the end of that 30-minute phone interview, they told me that they thought that this dog would be a perfect match for me. They said that they had actually received 10 applications for her prior to mine, and when mine came in, the director of the rescue said that it gave her chills, that they needed to reach out to me right away, that they thought I was the match for her. I'm sorry. So we had the phone interview. She told me that, obviously for the safety of the dogs, they go through all these steps. So they needed to check references. They needed to speak with our veterinarian. But what they were looking to do is backstory, which I found out in the conversation, was she was coming from the Greensboro, North Carolina area, coming from a bad backyard breeder situation that they work with a shelter down in North Carolina, a couple of shelters, and they try to foster, take in as many rescues as they can from high kill shelters, things like that. So this particular dog came from a bad backyard breeding situation. I guess was being, dumped at a shelter for euthanasia. But luckily this rescue does what they can to care for and save as many dogs as possible. I'm sorry. So long story short, today is August 15th, Thursday, and the last piece of the puzzle was just completed, that the vet spoke with the rescue organization, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect, because this morning our dog, she is now ours, got in the car with some other dogs and her, volunteer from the shelter down there, and is being driven to New York State. It just so happened, and this was all planned before we even came into the picture. This shelter in New York made the plan 2 weeks ago that they had a volunteer that is driving to the state of Maine. And so they were just like on their way there, they would bring some various dogs to New York State, and then the rescue that I'm working with put those dogs into foster homes, or if they had adoptee, forever families lined up, the dogs would be able to go into those. And so that was why they had asked me yesterday, how soon would you be ready for her? And I was like, technically like a drop of the hat, we're set up to be ready for dogs all the time. And so they were like, because we're talking about, less than 48 hours that she'd be here, and we'd love to not have her go into foster care and then to us if all of the parameters of the adoption can be taken care of and met prior to that. And obviously I totally understand, because I agree with the rescue organization. I want them to do what is best for these dogs, because the less these dogs have to be shuffled around, the better. So that's where we stand right now. I still have to print out, they're going to send me the final adoption contract, so I'll have to get that printed and signed, and we'll find out exactly what time that we can go get our baby, but it's going to be tomorrow morning. So I guess she's on the road right now. So I will take you guys along with us. All right, we had to order a crate on Amazon, not for crate training. We don't do crate training, but they said 2 weeks in our foster home liked having a crate just left with the door open for a safe spot to go to if she needed it. So they said that we really should provide that for her if it was feasible. And the rescue is going to try to see about getting us one. But I know, they need their money for bedding and meds and all of that. So this wasn't bad. I found it on Amazon, and I want to say like $40. So, an investment well worth it for her, don't you think, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
weighs more than... weighs a ton.
Weighs a ton for a 14-pound dog, right?
Yeah, you got your money's worth for 40. You got value out of this.
Yeah,
This
so.
is heavy.
But yeah, so we want to make sure, that.
Come on, what's going on here, folks?
That we provide her with a safe space. So it just got dropped off. I guess Bill's going to see about putting it together. And I don't know if we're bringing it in the car for transport.
That was my understanding.
Yeah, I think we should have it in the car in case, because she could be nervous.
Yeah,
I don't know if I told you guys, she's coming from a long car ride. She left this morning from Greensboro, North Carolina. So she has a long ride.
Why do they jam the instructions way underneath it?
Want me to see it with my fingers, although I don't want to rip them.
I got one.
Oh.
So easy a 7-year-old could do it. Go get me a 7-year-old, would you?
It's popping up, actually.
What in popping
Pretty
is
nicely.
the vein in my head. The artery in my head.
All right, well, that's plenty big enough. They told me a medium size so that she'd have room for a couple of toys and, to just go in there and have her own little private space if needed. Perfect. Well, thank you for putting it together.
Oh, it's not together. I'm going to have to read
Well, I know.
directions.
I'm thanking you ahead of time. And then I'll let you be. Because we don't want any bad words on camera.
Can I put them in foreign languages then?
It's 12 hours. Usually they have 2 volunteers. One drives 6 hours up and one drives 6 hours down. But where this lady's going to visit family, she's doing the whole trip.
So this pulls up. You notice, you figured out that this pulls up like this.
Yeah, and clips
it goes
there.
under there. Oh, this thing here.
That's got a clip over. I don't want to pinch your fingers. You may have to do them both at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's the door.
And that's the door.
And now see this back piece?
Yeah.
Hello, here it comes. And then that pulls out this way. It looks like it's clipped.
clipped,
It's
yeah.
clipped, so you'd have to get in there.
I'm
But
not
yeah.
crawling in there.
Nice job. So that wasn't too bad. I mean, it didn't require tools or anything. Once you figured out the puzzle work,
Where did the handle go? Oh, here it is.
And that you can just put in the center. But I mean, we're not going to be carrying it by the handle. But I guess keep it attached to it because it's for when it's all collapsed, if you had to carry it.
Yeah.
But we'd only be collapsing it to travel, I guess, if we ever traveled. Or, if she reaches the point where we see that she never goes in it anymore.
There's crinkles.
Nice and soft.
Yeah.
What's that? A fox?
Yeah, look at that fox.
The fox. The face is all... Oh no, this one's got the teeth, so the beaver. The raccoon has the mask. The fox. Well, you pick the one you like. Oh, look at those nyla bones. Hmm. Decisions. You going with the little beaver?
Bucky Beaver. I got him right here.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell the difference? Can't tell the difference.
What about there? Let's see. All right, in the bag. All right, it is Friday morning, bright and early. We got the update that the transport with the dogs is arriving. Now we're probably down to about an hour and 10 minutes. And we think we've got about a 45 minute drive to meet them at this park and ride out in the country. So that's where we're headed now. We're so excited. You can see we have a crate there in the back. So I'm not sure. I don't know whether she'll be riding in that back or not. We're going to do whatever is most comfortable for her. But we told the pups inside that we're off to get their sister. So we'll see how it goes. But let the new adventure begin. All right, we've arrived at the meetup spot. Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
She should be arriving in about, hopefully, another 10 minutes.
10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, 15 possibly, but really nice, cool morning. Real pretty area. We're at a park and ride, though, so the noise you can hear is, you know, the exits for the highway there, but makes it nice and convenient for everybody to meet up because it is a whole van load of dogs, as you guys saw in the video. So a bunch of foster parents will be picking up, and then adoptee parents, which I think we're the only adoptee parents from what I saw in the text. So, but yeah, so we'll have our baby soon. Ready to go home, baby? Huh? I'm sorry you fell sick. You get home, meet your brother and your sister, and you can have a nice hot bath. They said that you would like that. So would you like that? She came with her name, and we are not changing it, so it is my pleasure to introduce Miss Kora. Kora with a K. So she will be 4 years old this October. She is an absolute sweetheart. What do you think? You checking things out? Yeah, you say hi to your new sister? Yeah. Yeah, Kora, that's your brother Bryn. Good, Brinny. Good, Kora. Yeah, you guys get to know each other. And here's Miss Harley. You be good, Harley. We gotta give Kora a little bit of space though, guys, okay? One at a time. Yes. Yes. Little bit of space, right, Miss Kora? Right? Yes. Good puppies. All right, they recommended a nice hot bath for Kora when she got home. Bill's in charge of dog baths. He always has been. And we use the Sesame Street baby shampoo from the Dollar Tree. It's made in the USA. So that's going to be her bath. What a sweet girl.
Whoa. Good girl.
Yes, After your upset tummy, and who wouldn't blame you on your 12-hour ride, huh? They said give you a nice hot bath. Yes, what a good girl you are. Your first bath at your new house. Huh? Yes, Kora, your first bath at your new house. They said you were a quiet girl. We haven't heard your voice yet, baby. Look at you having your first bath at your new home. I know you've had baths before, but this is your first time in your forever home. Not just a new home, this is your forever home, Kora. What are you doing, baby?
What am I doing? What is this guy
stood
doing?
Up.
What is this guy behind me doing?
So sweet. Nice and fresh and clean. Yes. We have arrived at PetSmart. We're going to go in and see about getting Miss Kora a little ID tag for her collar, one that has our phone number on it, because she just has this little paper one. Yeah. You need something a little bit more snazzy.
Some bling. She needs some bling.
Something blingy. All right, we'll go into PetSmart. You ready for your first little adventure? Your outing? She says, I've been on lots of adventures. All right, let's go. Look at the doggy toys, Kora. You have interest in any? She says, Mommy, I like the one you got me from the Dollar Tree. Little costumes, bandanas. Cute. I mean, is that adorable or what?
Reflective soap. It's a nice set. Reflective set.
I mean, she could wear like this even year round. I'd have no problem.
She could.
Her wearing a Halloween one year round. What do you think, Kora the Explorer? She's like, someone's coming, I'm moving.